session of DocuSign. So I'm really glad to invite you all in this meetup. I hope everyone had a great Diwali and safe Diwali weekend for your side. And this is the second session of DocuSign integration with Salesforce. So previously we talked about this, what is DocuSign, what are the benefits and purpose of DocuSign, and how to integrate those things in Salesforce. Now we have some interactive and interesting session on configuration and setting DocuSign with Salesforce and vice versa. And this time also, this is the recurring concept. So we have another one follow-up session in the next week, 23 November also. And the speaker same, Divya Ravichandran, she has a huge handful of experience and working knowledge in DocuSign. Last week, last session also we conducted some competitions like quiz and logo quiz also. This time we introduced Google Form to participate the quiz competition for this session. So here we like to talk about the DocuSign configuration with Salesforce and what all are the benefits and addition of things we missed in the last session. So we cover all those things in this session. I like to talk about the topic, the DocuSign. So DocuSign is an important one for this lockdown period because we are disconnected from the world. We can and we want to connect the people through technology. So we have lot of the things started in the previous lockdown period. So we want to resume all those things using the technologies like the registration formalities and some sale and purchase of the lands and the registration of some of the legal paperworks. We can use those things, but we are now putting sign all for that agreement as a signature. But in a lockdown period, we are not able to directly go and sign all those things in a COVID-19 situation. So we are the DocuSign is a bridge for those things. We can connect the people with and make and finalize the contract and agreement through the digital signature. So that is a DocuSign. We have we have a lot of knowledge about this DocuSign in a routine processes, but we don't have the knowledge as a technology wise. What is the exact thing? How to use this tool in a DocuSign in a CRM, Salesforce CRM. So our speaker Divya Ravichandran explained those things, and I must want to talk about Divya Ravichandran. She is the person to complete the DocuSign certification in our org, the first person. She has a handful of experience and working knowledge in DocuSign. She can able to configure and create DocuSign settings effectively. So I give another one important information to the audience. So we have another one follow-up session for DocuSign. That's the last session. We have comprises three things at the end of the week, 23rd. So we host competitions every week. So finally, the last week we announced the winners also. So keep join the meetup for the last session also. And thank you for the people who joined this current session. I don't want to waste any time to talk about more things. So let's hand over the session to Divya Ravichandran. Thank you.
Hi, this is Divya from MST. Today I'm going to present about DocSign integration with Salesforce Series 2. This is today's agenda. We will start today's session with recap of Series 1. We'll see what we done in previous session, and we'll see DocSign admin settings in Salesforce and support object. Finally, we'll see demo for send with the DocSign button. In sending process, we can select document and recipient envelope settings, and also we will see how to select and document and recipient for sending process and various sources of document and recipient, and we'll see envelope setting. In that envelope setting, we can configure reminder and expiration duration for email. In last section, we saw the what is contract agreement and legacy system of agreement. A contract or agreement is a business process. It includes some kind of business process like document and any request creation and review process and approval and signing from various users and the completion process. To automate this, we are using a modern system of agreement. Legacy system of agreement means it includes some paper-based system. There are a lot of problems in that system, like it will take more people work and time. It also consists of a lot of mistakes. So to overcome this, we are using DocSign Agreement Cloud. We saw the four stages of the agreement clouds: prepare, manage, act, and sign. And how it's work like that, we saw that in our last session. We have created one free demo account in DocuSign. We saw the some general settings like DocuSign Connect and Salesforce Connect and user creation, permission set and groups, and editing log. DocSign admin setting. Generally, DocSign e-signature for Salesforce contains two separate accounts. One is Salesforce account, on another one is a DocSign account. To use DocSign, you should be an admin user in DocSign account and Salesforce account. In both account, you can manage and create a template, users, custom fields. If you want to create DocSign user means you can create it from both DocSign and Salesforce account. From Salesforce account, you can create DocSign users and DocSign fields without going to the without login to your DocSign account. Uh, this is the DocSign admin view. DocSign admin is nothing but a Salesforce object. It is installed in Salesforce as part of DocSign installation process. DocSign envelope configuration, DocSign envelopes, and DocSign status also managed package object. It is also installed from
Hi, Divya.
I.
Sorry for the interruption. Can you talk little bit louder?
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Divya.
Uh, from DocSign admin tab, you can see the settings, account, layout, custom tag, users, and DocuSign. Here we can set up various email and recipient role and sending settings. Also create a DocSign users. And we can directly go to the DocuSign account without entering password and user's name. To access the DocuSign admin tab, you should be an DocuSign admin user in Salesforce. If you are another profile user, you cannot see DocuSign admin. You only see the home page only. If your profile have not having DocuSign app permission, you are not able to see DocuSign app. Let's see more detail about the DocuSign admin setting. To access the DocuSign admin tab, you have to select DocuSign app from App Launcher. It supports in both Lightning and Classic as well. In the home page, you can able to see the user and admin card. You can directly go to the support center, DocSign University community. Under the settings, you can configure some general settings like email and recipient role setting and send setting. You can restrict your sender from editing email subject and email message from sender. If you select these two checkboxes, the sender cannot edit the email subject and a message. A DocSend by default support few languages. While sending, we can select languages. If you want to add any other language, you have to click new button. From available language, you have to select and add it. It will be available in sending process. Sender can select language from these three. This is the default recipient role name. If you want to change, you can change it, like HR, customer, dev team, like that you can change here. By default, a DocuSign provides standard button like send now and next and reminder and expire setting. If you want to restrict from user, you can select these three checkboxes. By selecting this, the center cannot see the send now and next and remind and the expire settings. If you want to add a reminder and expiration duration for email from Salesforce, you have to add it here. If you add it here, it will be the R default. If it is not configured, the DocuSign will take default value. There is no default value for reminder duration. The 120 days for expiration duration. You can set from 1 to 990 days for a reminder and expiration duration. While adding the document to the envelope, the user can able to configure, place the custom field in selected document. If you need to uh, display the selection document field selection page in separate window, you have, as admin, you have to select this checkbox. If your sender sending it email from their mobile, you have to select enable docs in mobile app tagging for Salesforce one checkbox. Add attach files to envelope means if you are sending it from contact record, the in relate notes and attachment in the related list automatically populated to the document section. If you deselect it, you have to manually select those documents. To enable in-person signing, you have to select this checkbox. Without checking this checkbox, you are not able to in-person signing process. And also we can configure SMS setting, but yeah, SMS authentication is a paid version. Under the account section, you can be able to see current DocSign account connected to your Salesforce account under the account information. And also you can able to see the system sender user information and connect user information. System sender user is a DocuSign user. You are logged in with when you connected to your Salesforce to the DocuSign. If you want to change any other DocuSign account to your Salesforce, you have to change your your account by clicking modify account credential button. It will ask username and password for the new DocuSign account. If you change your username and password for the any user account like system user and connect user, you have to you must have to configure, then only the connection between DocuSign and Salesforce will work. If not configured, the data sync between DocuSign and Salesforce will not happen. In layout section, by default, DocSign support some standard object to place send with the DocSign button in layout, account, case, contact, contract, lead, and opportunity. Here, DocSign will show available layout for those objects. If you want to place it in anywhere, you have to select corresponding checkboxes. I have selected account layout. The button will support in both Classic and Lightning. You can also add DocSign status object in related list of a corresponding layout. For now, I have selected for account layout. The custom tag is nothing but custom fields. It is not related to the Salesforce. It is about DocSign fields. You can create custom fields here also. There are two type of custom fields. One is an input field, another one is merge fields. Input field means in some kind of document, user may enter their name and email and address. For such case, you have to select input fields. Merge fields means is it's like a formula field. It fetch the value from the Salesforce record. If you want to pre-populate any value from the Salesforce record, you have to select merge field. We will see more about custom fields in next session. In user section, you can see your DocSign account active users and inactive users. If you want to add any users from here, I have selected community meetup users and clicking add user button. The user record will be automatically created in DocSign account. In DocSign active users, the created user will be added automatically. This user automatically added in DocSign account also. Here, the corresponding user will receive an email, activation email. After activating is the user record automatically move to the active status. Here you can also remove and close user. Remove user means the corresponding user will be removed from DocSign account from Salesforce. The user cannot send a DocSign email to the recipient from Salesforce, but they can send it from their DocSign account. Remove and close user means they cannot send email from DocSign and Salesforce account. After activating their user membership, the corresponding user will be moved to the active status in DocSign account as well as in Salesforce account also. We can also remove users. the user membership removed from Salesforce account only. So we can send it from DocuSign account. And that, by clicking the DocuSign, we can directly go to the corresponding user's DocuSign account without entering their username. It will not ask me to enter a username and password. It directly logged into my account. This is all about the admin configuration in Salesforce. Then we'll see send with the DocuSign button. After layout configuration, the send with the DocuSign button will be available in some supported object. It will support in both Salesforce Classic and Lightning as well. This is the view of send with the DocuSign button in Salesforce Lightning and Classic. Uh, as we discussed above already, DocuSign support some of the standard objects like account, contact, case, contract, opportunities, and lead. It also support custom object, but we have to create custom button. And also we have to configure it in Salesforce side also. If you are sending any email from case, contact, and contract or lead record, the person selected is automatically added as a recipient. If it is contact, the role of the contact will be automatically mapped to the recipient role. If you are sending it from opportunity or account record, the contact associated with the opportunity or account are automatically added as recipient. We will see a demo for it. For contract object, the send with the DocuSign button only support in Classic, not in Lightning. Once after initiating the sending process, we can able to select a document, recipient, and envelope setting. Document is a record section for sending email. We have to select any one of document from these sections: attachment and files, library, document, and DocuSign templates. Recipient selection also record section. For contact, lead, account, the recipient will be automatically added to this section. For cases, we have to select manually, or we can create any users newly. We can also add yourself as a recipient from add me button. If your recipient are not in Salesforce, you can create a new recipient record by clicking the quick add button. By this button, you can create new recipient in Salesforce. In envelope setting, as a sender, we can configure default email subject and message, and expiration and reminder setting for those emails. We'll see a demo for send with the DocuSign button. I have configured send with button in account record. I have created 3 contact under this account, and I have attached one document in under this account. The corresponding document will be automatically populated to the document section. These this setting can admin can configure. Add attach file to envelope. If we deselect this button, the corresponding related list will not populate here. This is account record, so the associated contact will be added as recipient. We can also customize our recipient also from contact, lead, users, and signing group, and add me. Quick add. I'm going to add new recipient. You can select also recipient type. I am selecting need to sign. Receive a copy means they will receive a copy only. They need not to be sign it a document. And also set needs to view specify recipient, allowed to edit update recipient. If you want to add any access code, you can add it, but you have to inform to recipient before signing process. These three languages are available in the email setting. The sender can able to select any one of email from available language. If you want to language other than that, as admin, you have to add it here. We can also reorder the document if more than any document we have attached. We can also attach it from our local system also. If you want to reorder, you can reorder it. This is a setting for a reminder. So we can set the reminder here. The value will be from 1 to 990 days. By default, it will not take any reminder settings. You can also set the expiration duration. By default, expiration duration will be the 120 days. The send now and next button can be configurable. By selecting this hide send now button and hide next button, the sender cannot able to see these two buttons. For now, I have not selected any of these buttons, so it is available here. I can also send now, also click the next. If I click the next, the option will go to the DocSend page. It will be redirected to the DocuSign account. The sender must have an DocuSign account to use this feature. Yeah, from that, we need to place the signature and any other field you want. we can place any standard fields and custom fields also, and merge fields. Merge fields means it's nothing but foreigner field. If I created a merge field here, it will fetch address of the corresponding account record. Now you will see more detail about merge field and custom field next session. For now, I have just placed a signature and initial field and date signed field here. This is the these all are the some of the standard fields, and the signature is the record field. After this, do you have any questions? Okay. After sending DocSend email from account, the DocSend status record will be created under a corresponding contact. From the status record, we can track send date and status of the envelope and recipient status. And who is the sender email. Under the related, we can able to see the recipient details. So we have added a new user for recipient. So the recipient status record will be created under the DocSend status record. The recipient can be any contact or lead or case records. After completing signature, the envelope status will be moved to the completed, and also DocSend capture the completed date and time. The date signed field is a standard field. It has the recipient need not to be enter value here. It will be auto populate, and signature and initial is a required field. By default, DocSend will provide some standard signature format. If you want to, you can draw it. After completing the signing process, the status will be in completed state. The recipient also receive the completed email for their envelope. So the recipient can able to download their document with their signature. The updated signature will be in downloaded document. The user can able to download it. The status will be moved to the completed. Under the notes and inside Salesforce, under the notes and attachment section, the corresponding document will be available. From that notes and attachment section, the Salesforce user can able to see the signed document. So from that, Salesforce user can download. We can do more action in DocSend status record. We can resend the DocSend email for same recipient if they missed a previous email, and also we can view it in DocuSign and correct it in if there is any mistake. For correct it, to correct it document in DocuSign, the status will be sent. It will not be completed. It is completed. We cannot use this feature. We can also void envelope from here. Any doubt up to this? This is about the custom button with standard object. DocSign also support custom object as well. To place a DocSign button custom object, you have to create a record in DocSign envelope configurations. After creating this record, it will ask some basic information. We have to select Salesforce custom object. After creating this record, we have to configure it in Salesforce in DocSign. In under the connect object, in new object, we have to select custom object. From that, we have to configure those custom object. We will see more detail about DocSign envelope configuration, record creation, and in connect configuration also to support custom button. Do you have any questions?
Hi participants, thank you for the participation. So you guys, any questions regarding the DocuSign? Can you please ask to Divya? So, Lavanya, can you please unmute the participants? They can also ask questions to Divya.
Hi Divya.
Yes.
Yeah, I have
Done,
one.
Father.
Can I ask the question or?
Okay.
Yeah. So my question is, when we go to account, it will show list of all contacts, right? So let's say if we have 100 contacts, if we need to send to certain contacts only, uh, whether we can customize it or we need to deselect it manually.
Yeah, we have to deselect it.
Okay, and the other thing, if you have multiple files, will that select the first one based on a created date, or how it works?
Document, right?
Yeah, so let's say if we have 5 documents,
Okay.
how the system will select? Do we need to select manually, or it will select the first one by default?
It won't select the first one by default. If you want to reorder, we have to reorder it from this page.
Okay, okay, nice.
Thank you.
Divya, this is Akshay. So I have one question. So we have seen the status and all, right? Delivered, completed and all. So
Yeah.
if we have multiple recipients and only few signed and few did not, what will be the status?
The status is waiting for others' response.
Okay, what are the status that are available? What are the, the options that was there?
Sent, delivered, completed, waiting for others.
Okay,
Void.
okay.
So any other questions?
Hey Divya, this is Meena here.
Hi.
Yeah, hi. I have a question. How do you check the status for, like, you have multiple recipient? How do you check, like, do we have a list view to check the status for each and every recipient?
For each and recipient, we can't see.
Okay.
For
Like,
under the document status related, we can able to track.
so we have to go on
Recipient
each.
status is we have to first select a document recipient document status record. Under the related, we can able to multiple recipient record. In that, we can able to see the recipient status.
So does it help us to know the status for each of the recipient, or do we have to select each one of the status, like this
Uh,
DXX?
Want to know each recipient status? We must have to select a document status. Under that only we can able to track the each recipient status.
Okay, got it. So we cannot create a like a list view or something to help us to know, like, okay, these are the recipient which have not yet signed up, or we are waiting for them.
For that, we have to add list view under the doxin recipient status.
Okay, we can
We
do that.
can, from the doxin status, we can't.
Okay, okay, thank you.
One more thing related to the recipient status. Can we customize this pick list also? Like, let's say we need to add some more value, so it's or is it default provided in the package?
By default, it is automatically created with the sent and completed and delivered. If you want to add it in any value, but we need to configure it in DocSend standard functionality. So I'm not sure about it will not work or not, but we can add another pick list value in envelope status. I'm not sure about it will not it will take it or not. I will explain about it in next session
Thanks.
if you are not sure about it.
Any other question, guys? So this is time to quiz. So this time we introduced Google Forms. Last time we have a oral quiz. So this time we can I can send a Google Form link. Kindly participate this quiz because we pick one person as a winner for this session also. The last session we picked one person for the winner. So we can announce the winner at the end of the session and November 23rd. So it's spend some time to participate in the quiz. So meanwhile, I can share some things regarding the DocuSign contest. So initially we announced the Sign to Shine DocuSign contest for the audience. So we received huge responses. On those responses, we pick one person. So I like to announce those that winner for the Sign to Shine contest. So the winner is the winner for the sign to sign contest is Asit Kumar Mohanty. So many people send the images with their sign along with their sign, but the the Asit Kumar sign it's looking very good. It's look good. So we choose that Asit Kumar's photo. So I'm really glad to announce the winner of Shine to Shine is Asit Kumar. And after that, please guys go do the RSVP for the next follow-up session because we have some more interesting and interactive concepts and points on the session. So you guys are send the submit the form Google form for the quiz, and it will you can take your own time. So that's not any restrictions. But after that, within a half an hour, we close the form. So it's only valid for 30 minutes. Okay, so not so necessary to complete this for now. So you can take some time, but we have the time constraints as 30 minutes alone. So after that, we close the form. So I hope you guys are get some points and knowledge about the DocuSign from our session. So I thank that speaker Divya. So she spent more time to prepare the concepts and demo session for the audience. And I'm really thankful for the audience, those people who all are celebrated that very their Diwali and weekend just before, so they can spend some times for this session. And so happy people who all are joined in the session, and so happy to see you guys for the next session also. Once you completed the with contrast, last week also we have a one winner. For this session also we have definitely one winner. The follow-up session also we have one winner. So there is the 4 prizes comprises and dark question shine to shine contest also. So thank you guys, kindly RSVP for do RSVP for the next session also. Thank you for participation. Thank you. So we will share the demo video and slides through email. I can share our group's YouTube channel link also. There we posted the demo video and the slides. You can download those things. No worries about the videos, recordings, and slide deck. So we will share it to you guys. Thank you.